Hey, landlords, if your tenant did not pay rent for March, this is your N4 demonstration. This is your N4 explainer in exactly how to do your N4, how to fill it out, how to serve it. All the timelines is right here in this video. Before I jump into the demonstration, I must say that you should be doing rent reporting every single month to Equifax. So if your tenant is late in paying rent, you have to make sure you report the rent to Equifax. If your tenant is on time, you also have to report it to Equifax because this is what keeps the tenants honest. It's what gives them that alarm clock that they have to pay their rent. And they must know that if they are in default in paying rent, then they understand that it's going to get reported to Equifax. LandlordEzy does this. It's 100% free for unlimited tenants. Check the description for the link or visit the LandlordEzy website. It's all right there. You don't only get the rent reporting for free, you get the rent ledger. This is so very important, and it's amazing because the rent ledger is what you're going to use when you go to a hearing anyways. You can download it into a PDF. That's 100% free. You're also going to have a rent receipt generator that you receive and that the tenants receive the receipts. It's all right there. You're going to have a tenant payment history. You're going to have everything right there in your LandlordEzy dashboard. So check out LandlordEzy. You do not want to miss it. It's 100% free for all landlords all across Canada. Now let's jump into the N4 demonstration so that way you know how to handle this every single month and you never have to pay a paralegal to do your N4s for you. You can always do it yourself. So right here, you're going to insert the tenant's name and then your name as the landlord and the address of the rental unit. Make sure you're using your postal code. If there's a unit number, make sure it's there. Double check it so there are no errors. So the next spot, I'm giving you this notice because I believe you owe me. You're going to insert the dollar value that the tenant owes you. I can apply to the board to have you evicted if you do not pay this amount by, here I have March 20th. You can change this. Just make sure you're following the 14-day timeline and make sure you double check this with your calendar. Okay, but I have this set up to deliver to the tenant on or before March 6th. And this way, if you follow this guideline, you can do it exactly like you see here in this demonstration. Now let's scroll to the next page to the table. This is also really important to understand. Right now, I have it set up for 1 month, which is pretty easy. If you have multiple months, it can get a little bit more confusing. So if you need any help, feel free to reach out to me and my paralegal team because we can give you this guidance for free in a quick 15-minute strategy session. There's no cost to that. So right here, I have it set up for March 1st, 2026 to March 31st, 2026. In the rent charge section, this is how much the rent is. And the rent paid is how much the tenant has paid you rent. Rent owing is just a calculation of the balance of rent that is owing by the tenant. And make sure you fill in this table right here as well. And you're just basically dropping down these values from this table. So you have a total rent owing in this section. The next section, you're just going to click the landlord box. And your first name, your last name, phone number, you're going to sign it and you're going to date it. You also have to make sure you fill out a certificate of service. Check out my website, olhgroup.ca, and you'll be able to get all the details you need to serve the tenant. Now, let me talk about the N4 process because I think it's very important that landlords really understand how to use the N4 and why to use the N4 and different things that you should be doing every single month. Okay. So the N4 has to get used whenever the tenant is late in paying rent. Okay. So if they're late right now in March, you have to get this N4 out any day after the first of the month. It's super important. Don't wait. Don't talk to the tenant and let the tenant give you excuses and say, I'm going to get it next week or 2 weeks. Don't do that. If this happens, tell your tenant, say, hey, listen, I have to get this N4 out. And this just means you have 14 days to pay the rent. So there's no hard feelings. I understand you're a little bit delayed, but this just gives you a 14-day window to make sure that you do pay it in full. And if you don't pay it in full, then I'm going to follow through with the L1 application. Okay, so that's what you're going to say to your tenant because you want to train your tenants to be great tenants. That's so very important. Okay, so do not delay. You have to do this. And make sure you do fill out the certificate of service. Make sure you do have the rent ledger for when you prepare for your hearing. And all of that is right on LandlordEzy, and it's free tools for landlords to use. And what you should be doing every single month is doing the rent reporting. Report your rents to Equifax every single month. It's free. There's no charge for this. You can do it for unlimited tenants on LandlordEzy. And if you do this, you're also helping to keep your tenants honest and keeping them disciplined and letting them know if you do not pay your rent, it's going to Equifax. It's going to affect your credit, and it's going to affect any future leases that you are signing with other landlords, because it's going to be on your credit reports, and landlords are going to find this when they're checking your credit. And just know that this is your time to start training your tenants how to be great tenants and paying the rent on time. Use all these tools, landlords. Once you start, your business is going to become easier. You're going to be collecting your rent on time every single month. Trust me, I know. I have hundreds of tenants and I do not have any problems with collecting rents. Thanks for watching, landlords. I appreciate it, and happy landlording.